I just setting up here for the class. I'm not in my place today. I'm outside. Hope you can see me okay. Let's see. Is that better? Maybe that's better. Yeah. Okay, I think you should be able to see me okay there. Give me about 15 minutes to begin. It'll be 5:30 for you, and I'll see you then. Vinyasa Yoga with Amit Heri. Okay, it's just about time to begin. Just a few more seconds. Begin to make your way to your mat. And if you have any props with you that you use usually, please gather them and have them close to you if you need them in your practice. Just going to wait a few more seconds before we begin. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Vinyasa Yoga with, my name is Amit Heri. Thank you for being here. In today's class, we're going to begin in a comfortable seated posture. I'm sitting in Sukhasana, traditional posture, with my heel, left heel close to the sacrum and the right foot in between the left hamstring and the calf muscle. Your hips need to be a little more open to be able to sit in this comfortably. You can also just cross your shins like this and sit here. Now, if your knees are high up, then it's better for you to sit on a bolster or a cushion. It's better for the low back to lengthen. Okay, so choose your comfortable seat and move the flesh from under the buttocks to spread the sit bones on the floor. Use your hands at your thighs and relaxing the hips. Gently push the legs down slightly so the knees come towards the floor. And keeping the lower body grounded into the floor, lift your sternum up to extend the upper body. Take your shoulders back and drop your shoulder blades down. And you can place your hands next to your hips and use your hands to help you keep your spine lengthening. Take the shoulders back and drop them down. Bring your elbows towards your torso. To squeeze the shoulder blades in and holding your body with your actions. Just stay there for a few breaths. Notice any sensations in your body, as well as bring to your awareness any tightness or pain at the moment. And also any lightness and openness in the body, to acknowledge both negative states as well as positive states in the body. And keeping everything as it is, without your sternum dropping, bring your hands to your thighs, palms facing up. Lift your sternum up again, shoulders back and down. Stay here and close your eyes gently. And to bring your nervous system to a more neutral position, suggest for your throat to relax. Release the skin on your face, your forehead and cheeks, and soften your eyes. To bring the mind into the present moment in time and space, focus it on your breath as you breathe naturally. And count your breaths. Observing and focusing. Okay, and then open your eyes, please. You're going to warm up a bit in cat-cow So come to your hands and knees. Make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists and your hips are in line with your knees. Release the tops of your feet on the floor and start in a neutral position. On your inhale, look at the wall in front, lift your sit bones up, arch the spine, press the tops of your feet. Exhale, round your spine and look at your navel. Continue, inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the sit bones up. Exhale, round and relax. 2, inhale into cow position. Exhale into cat position with your spine rounded. 3, inhale. Exhale. 4, inhale. Exhale. 5, inhale, come to neutral. And keep your hands where they are. Take your feet back. Bring your big toes together, knees apart, and sit down on your heels. Look forward. Your hands are in downward dog arms, which means they're extended, elbows off the floor. And then before you come down, ground the roots of your fingers, especially the index finger and the thumb as well. Internal rotation of your lower arms and external rotation of your upper arms to widen your collarbones and take your shoulder blades down your back. Now keep all of those actions as they are and release your head to the floor. Use the action in your arms to move your hips back towards your heels, beginning to gently open the hip joint, the back of the legs here, also the front of the legs. And just breathe normally, holding your body with your actions. And with your hips as they are, release your hands back with the wrists next to your feet. Drop your elbows to the floor, palms facing up. Relax your shoulders. And then just relax here. Relax the 12 major joints, your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And observe your breath for a few rounds. Good. And come up. We're going to go into downward dog. So come to tabletop again. And spread your palms on the floor. Bring your shoulders in line with your wrists. And go up to downward dog, please. Keep your knees bent to begin with. And lift your hips back and up. Look forward. Try to get the same action in your hands as you did just now in the prep. And exhale, straighten the legs in your mount and release your head. 1, inhale, bend your knees, hips back and up, look forward. Exhale, straighten your legs, release your head. 2, inhale, bend your knees and extend your spine. Exhale, straighten the legs, release your head. 3, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lengthen the back of your legs as you straighten them. 4, one more time, inhale. And exhale, release your head. Stay there, lift your toes up. And stay in downward dog. Good, and step your feet forward, look at the wall in front, extend your spine to open the back of your legs and the hip joint. Exhale, bring your Legs, hands to your legs. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release your hands in Samasthiti. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do a few sun salutations. So first stand in mountain pose, Tadasana. Your feet can either be together, big toes together, heels slightly apart, or legs hip distance apart like this. Okay, your choice. I'm going to keep it together, classical position. Activate your legs, lift your sternum up, and straighten your arms with your palms facing forward. Drop your shoulder blades, tuck your tailbone a little bit, and stay here, please. Observe your breath. And refine your actions around the 12 major joints, your ankles, from the action of the feet, your knees, from the action of your thighs, lifting your kneecaps up, your hips from the action of the glutes, your shoulders from the action of your upper arms, elbows from the action of your forearms, wrists from the action of your fingers and palms. Good, and release, please. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale and move to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, left knee down and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor and sink your hips. Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Samasthiti. Continuing, inhale, hands above your head. Activate your thighs. Exhale, relax your thighs and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Relax and open the front of the right thigh. Inhale, hands above your head. Continue to open the front of the right thigh. Exhale, move to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Take your heels back slightly and activate your thighs. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel. Lift your head and chest. Elbows are bent in this. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Activate your thighs to open the legs. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Relax and open the front of the left thigh. Exhale, hands to the floor. Continue to open the front of the left thigh. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands in standing. One more. Inhale, hands above your head. Lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold with a long spine. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Look at the wall in front to lengthen the sternum. Inhale, hands above your head. Energize with your right hand a little bit more. Exhale, move to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Heels back slightly, navel in, look forward. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Lift your buttock bones up high to bring the arch into the low back. Inhale, lift your head and chest to bring the arch in the upper and middle back. Exhale, look at your hands as you go to downward dog to lengthen the spine, go into it, and then release your head and gaze at your navel. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, hands above your head, energize with your left hand a little bit more. Exhale, hands to the floor, and look at the wall in front, or the ceiling if you're more open. Inhale, step your left leg forward, extend your spine. Exhale, fold with the long spine. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands in Samasthiti. Okay. We're going to do Sun Salutation Sun Salutation A. So come back to mountain pose. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step both your legs back to plank position. Drop your knees to the floor, bending your elbows straight back. Bring your chest halfway to the floor or drop it all the way down. And then lift your head and chest in upward dog with the knees on the floor. This time, your elbows will straighten. Exhale to downward dog. And we're going to stay a little longer here. So focus on the foundation in your hands. Take the posture from the front to the back into your legs. Try to bring the back of the legs, the back of the heels descended towards the floor. Lift your sit bones up and take the navel in a bit. Relax your head and stay there, holding the body with your actions. Inhale, step, jump your legs forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Samasthiti. One more. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step or jump both your legs back and bring your body down to chaturanga or a modification as we just did earlier. Inhale, lift your head and chest to upward dog. This time your knees can come off the floor as well. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, step or jump your legs forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands in Samasthiti. Sorry, I have to keep checking my list here. And let's do Sun Salutation B now. Bend your knees, hands above your head. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step or jump your legs back and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Downward dog, pivot your left heel to the floor. Take your right leg forward, come up, inhale, hands above your head in warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor, right leg back, and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. In upward dog, exhale, lift your hips back and up, pivot your right heel to the floor, take your left leg forward, inhale to warrior one on the left side. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back, and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Focus on your breath.
And just relax and reconnect with your breath. In Sun Salutation B, the dog functions more as a restorative posture to reclaim the steadiness and ease in the body, breath, and effort. On your next inhalation, please step or jump your legs forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale and come to standing. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees, hands above your head. Exhale and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step or jump your legs back and bring your body down to Chaturanga or modification. Inhale, lift your head and chest to upward dog or modification. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Pivot your left heel to the floor. Right leg forward. Inhale to warrior one on the right side. Exhale. Hands down, right leg back. Bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Pivot your right heel to the floor. Left leg forward. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left leg back. Bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Stay here. Once again, releasing, relaxing, and recovering your breath. Inhale, step or jump your legs forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing and relax in Samasthiti. Closing your eyes. Allow the body, mind, and energy body to receive the effects of what you did till this moment in the practice. And track the sensations that you feel, perhaps a shift in the energy, a little bit of shift in the physical and mental state. Absorbing the effects of your practice. The pauses are as important as moving. Okay, and gently open your eyes, please. We're going to go into tree pose. I'm going to mirror you, so it looks like we're practicing on the same side. Okay, you're going to start with lifting your right leg up, hold the ankle, and place the foot high up, heel to the perineum, foot against the left thigh, left hand on your hip, hold your right ankle loosely, activate the right thigh, and take your inner left femur bone into the right foot. The hip will move slightly to your right. Your left hip will move slightly to your right. And then lift your chest up. Stay here. Now square your hips. So bring the right hip forward slightly. Place your right hand on the right knee. Lift the sternum up, and keeping your hips squared, take your right knee back to open the groin. Lift the sternum up and take your left shoulder back. Stay here.
Bring your hands to Namaste if you're stable, otherwise stay in an earlier stage. If you're stable, or you can get stable by activating the left thigh, re-energizing. If you're stable, take your hands out to the side, palms facing up. Relax the shoulder blades and then take your hands above your head. Hands can either be shoulder width apart or palms together, depending on how open your shoulder joint is. Gaze at a point that's not moving and release, please. Relax. Let's go to the other side. Lift your left leg up, hold the ankle, place the heel high up, close to your perineum, foot against the inner right thigh. Relax the left foot into the right thigh and activate the right thigh and push the inner right femur bone into the left foot. The right hip will move slightly to the left. Hold the left ankle loosely. Relax the left foot and the left hip. Lift your sternum up, take your shoulders back. Then square your hips, bring your left hip forward slightly. Hand on the left knee. Keep your hips and torso squared, and using your hand, take the left knee back a little bit to open the groin. Take the right shoulder back, lift your sternum up, and keep the right thigh and leg working to keep you stable in the posture. Relax the left leg and hip. If you're stable here, bring your hands to Namaste, or you can just work in a previous stage. Make sure you're stable first before you move your hands in variations. We always work from stability, foundation, into extension and any variations in the upper body. Again, if you're stable here, then take your hands out to the side, palms facing up. Drop your shoulder blades and take your hands above your head. The left leg is working, but it's working, not overworking, just enough to keep you stable in the posture. Clear actions. The right leg, sorry. Left leg is relaxing. Left hip is relaxing. Gaze at a point that's not moving. And release, please. Release your hands. Release your leg. You can shake it out a bit. And let's go into Warrior 2. I will continue to mirror you. So it would be like you're practicing on the same side with me. Step or jump your legs apart, hands apart, and point your right foot out. Charge the left side of your body like you're going to touch the wall behind the left middle finger. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand down. It can be either on your thigh like this, forearm on the thigh, or if you're more open to the brick or the floor. And then lengthen the sternum, activate the back leg, widen the chest. Maybe you take your hand above your ear and look at the right thumb. Take the right sit bone towards the left sit bone. Take the left shoulder back. Push down on your right wrist to lengthen the sternum. Activate the back leg. Just hold the body with those actions. Good, and inhale. Come up. Exhale. Change the direction of your feet. Activate the right side and go into Warrior 2 first for a moment. And then reach and go into Parthakonasana, releasing your left hand down, either on your thigh or brick or the floor. Lift the chest, revolve the spine a bit, and then take your hand above your head. Press down with the left wrist. Take the left sit bone towards the right. Activate the right thigh and take the right shoulder back. Stay there, holding your body with your actions.
Good. Inhale. Come up. Exhale. Step or jump your legs together. Release your hands. Relax here. Again, it's important to just take those pauses so the effects of what you just did in the previous posture, you have the opportunity to get absorbed by not only the physical body, but also the subtle body of the mind and the energy body. Okay. And next, let's go into triangle. Step or jump your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale, point the right foot out. Both legs straight. Relax the hip joint as you go into it. Reach with the right arm. Relax the hips and take the right hip towards the left hip. Take it back as you lean forward. Then release the right hand wherever it reaches comfortably. It can be high up. Don't try to push low. My hips are a little more open, so I'm going to take my hand a little lower. Then bring the chest back a bit and hips forward in a seesawing action. Activate the back leg. Push down with the right wrist, lengthen the right sternum, and take the left shoulder back and maybe gaze at your left thumb. Staying there, hold the body with your back leg, relax the front leg and hip, lengthen the spine, and just relax there. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. The hips have to be relaxed. Every time you go into a posture, make sure you relax into it. Lengthen with your left hand, relax the hips back, and bring the left hand wherever's comfortable for you. Relax there first, then take the head and chest back. Hips go forward slightly, both of them. You can relax the back leg for that. And then keeping the upper body as it is, activate the back leg, push down with the left wrist, lengthen the left sternum forward, and take the right shoulder back and begin to revolve your gaze towards your right thumb. Then stay there. Once you've applied the actions, try not to overdo it. Just hold the body there and allow the body to respond in an action of relaxation, which then leads to the opening of the tight muscles in the body. Reach out the back leg, come up, and step or jump your legs together. Relax in Samasthiti. Once again, allow the body to absorb the effects of what you just did. Just relax there. Let's go into eagle pose. Modification for eagle, I'll show you that first. Legs, feet apart, slightly hip distance apart, and then bring your toes in a bit. Modification is to lift the right leg up and place the right ankle just above the left knee, and you can just stay here like this, okay? So that's an alternate. Those of you who've been practicing longer, you know you've been doing eagle for a longer time. Lift your right leg up and wrap the right foot behind the left calf muscle. Get stable first. Ooh, this can be challenging sometimes. And once you're stable, take your hands up and left elbow on top. And stay there, please. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Shake it out a bit, relax. And going to the other side,
feet hip distance apart first. Pigeon toe the feet in. Lift your left leg up and either place the ankle on the right knee like this and sit down, or wrap the foot behind the right calf muscle. Get stable, square the hips. Once you're stable, take your hands up, lift your chest, and right elbow on top. Stay there, please. Inhale, come up. Exhale, and release and relax in Samasthiti. Ego pose really activates the energy body. If you close your eyes, you can feel an internal energetic movement within. Just allow the body to just reintegrate by resting for a few breaths. Okay. Step your legs apart, hands apart. Pigeon toe your feet in a bit. And feet should be about close to being under your wrists. Depends on how open you are. If you're a little more open, your stance can be a little shorter. Otherwise, feet under your wrist around there. And turn your palms up, look up, exhale, relax the joint, and bring your hands to the floor, directly under your shoulders. We're going to go into a twist here. So first, of course, you can use props. You may not be able to reach all the way down. In that case, use bricks and put your hands on the bricks like that, yeah? And then look at the wall in front to straighten your spine, straighten your arms, and if possible, lift your sit bones up and straighten the legs to open the hamstrings. Activate your thighs, then relax them. Relax the outer ankles and outer heels towards the floor. Lengthen your sternum forward. Hold there. Now bring your right hand slightly to the left, directly under your chest. Wrap the left arm around and hold the front of the right thigh or the hip. Now you're going to go into a twist, and in the twist, your right hip will tend to drop down like that. I want you to lift the right hip. You can use your hand. Keep the hip squared. Lengthen the sternum forward. And keep looking down and take the left shoulder back. Twist. Keep looking down. Don't turn up yet. And one more time. Lengthen the right sternum forward. Lift the right hip up a bit. Take the left shoulder back. Now from here, take your left hand up. Lengthen the sternum and then turn to look at your left thumb. And watch that right hip. It's going to try to drop. Lift it up. So the twist doesn't come from the hips. It comes more from the spine. We want a spinal twist, not from the hips. Press down on the right wrist to help you lengthen the right sternum forward and take the left shoulder back. Come back to center, release and replace the right hand with the left directly under your chest. Wrap the right hand around. Hold your left thigh. Square the hips first. Lengthen the sternum. Straighten the left hand and look down and take the right shoulder back. One more time. Inhale. Lengthen the left sternum. Square the hips and take the right shoulder back. One more time. Inhale. Lengthen the left sternum and take the right hand up. Exhale and turn to look at the right thumb. Lift the left hip up a little bit to square the hips and twist from the spine.
Hold the body there. And release. Your hands to the floor. Look at the wall in front. Extend your spine. Bend your knees, hands on your hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Step your legs together. Release your hands and relax in Samasthiti. Okay. Inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step or jump your legs back and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Lift your straight right leg up behind you. Place it in between your hands and come up. Bring your torso up, hands on your hips. Relax both knees a bit. Square your hips and shoulders. And bending the right knee, bring your hips down and then activate the back leg. Take your hands above your head. Look up. The left heel will be lifted off the floor in this slight variation from Warrior 1. Release your hands to the floor. Right leg back. Bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Inhale, lift the straight left leg up. Exhale, place in between your hands. Inhale, come up, hands on your hips. Exhale, with the knees bent slightly, square your hips and torso. Inhale, activate the back leg. Exhale, bend your left knee, go down. Inhale, take your hands above your head and stay there, please. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back. Bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back, up and back, downward dog. And come down to child's pose. Release your hands. And relax in child's pose. And come up. We're going to do a few back bends, lying down. So start by, let's see. Okay, yeah. Start by coming to plank position. I'll show this to you sideways. And then come all the way down, bring your body down. Keep your hands where they are on either side of your chest, under your shoulders, elbows in towards your torso, and lift your straight legs up behind you. Lift your head and chest in locust, Salabhasana. Stay there, please. Good. Release. Turn your head to one side. Release your hands behind you. Relax there for a couple of breaths. Bring your chin to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your straight legs together. And inhale. Lift your straight legs up. Lift your head and chest. Press down on the back of your wrists. Take your shoulders up
and then down your back. Stay there. Try to lift above the knees. And release. Turn your head to the other side. Relax there for a few breaths. Bring your chin to the floor again. Interlock your fingers this time above your hips and bring your straight legs together behind you. Lift your legs up, lift your head and chest, straighten your arms and bring your elbows towards your back. Lift the chest and take the shoulders down your back. Look at the wall in front. And release. And roll over to your back, please. Just relax there for a moment while I check the sequence. Okay. So you're going to go into bridge pose, a couple of bridge poses. Bend your knees, feet in line with your hips. And place your hands. I'm not using a mat today, but if you have a mat, grip your mat with your hands like this. Roll your shoulders under. And exhale and lift your hips up. Roll the shoulders under. And pressing down on your feet, activate the back of your legs and the glutes. Push down on your elbows gently and bring your chest towards your chin. Stay there. And relax. Release your hips down. You're going to do this a total of 3 times. You can repeat the arm variation with gripping the mat with your hands, if you'd like. Second variation is you lift the hips up and interlock your fingers under your hips. You could do that. Lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under, interlock your fingers, straighten the elbows, and move your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your elbows to the floor, and then the pinky fingers, and pushing down on the elbows and your feet. Activate the back of your thighs and your glutes and lift your hips up, chest towards your chin. Tuck the tailbone in and navel into your spine. Stay there, please. And release. Take a deep inhalation and exhalation. Now the third variation, you can do any of the previous variations, hold gripping the sides of the mat, or interlock your fingers under your hips and lift your hips up. If you're more open and your back has the room to arch a little bit more, then the third variation would be to hold your ankles with your hands, pull the feet in a bit, tuck the shoulder blades under, or repeat one of the previous arm variations. Inhale, lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under, push down on the elbows and your feet, activate the back of your legs, lift your pelvis up, chest towards your chin, touch your tailbone, navel into your spine, and stay there, please. Release, come down, and relax there. Okay, and then hug
your knees into your chest to release the low back from back bending. Stay there, relaxing the low back and your hips. We're just going to release the sacrum here. Move the knees slightly away from your chest and more in line with your hips. Place your palms on your knees with the elbows straight and use your hands, keep your knees together, use your hands to make circles with your knees. As you do this, you should feel your sacrum being gently massaged here from this movement. This is really nice to relax and open the sacrum. And then change the direction. Good, and release, please. Keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor. We're going to go into a reclining twist here. Lift and just move your hips, only the hips to the right. Release them down. Straighten the left leg along the floor. And using your left hand, pull the right knee into your chest. And take the right leg to your left. Bring the knee towards around the floor. And the inner ankle and inner foot towards inner foot on the floor. The right side of the back and hip will lift up and twist. Flex both feet. Hold your right knee with your left hand. Keep the knee down. Push with your left elbow. Lift the left sternum up and exhale. Reach with the right arm and twist the spine without the hips or legs changing. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift the left sternum up. Exhale, reach with the right hand. Try to bring the right shoulder towards the floor. Relax the muscle around the spine. One more time. Inhale, lift the left sternum. Exhale, that shoulder towards around the floor. Keep the spine twisted and observe, notice where do you feel the stretch of which muscles are being lengthened here. Holding the body with your actions. On your exhalation, suggest to relax any areas that are tight. Use your breath as part of the dynamic of relaxation. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Bend both knees. Place your feet on the floor. And lift to the left. Straighten your right leg along the floor. Pull the left knee into your chest with your right hand. And bring the left leg, left knee, and inner foot towards the floor on your right. Flex both feet to stabilize the hip joint and the legs. Then going into the spine, inhale, lift the right sternum up, press on the right elbow slightly, reach with your left hand and twist the spine to the left. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the right sternum up, keep the hips where they are, twist the spine by reaching with your left hand. 1 more time. Lift the right sternum, exhale, reach and bring the left shoulder towards the floor. Now stay there, holding the body with your actions. Look to the left and observe where do you feel the stretch I can feel it in my outer left hip and buttock, as well as in the middle back muscles around the spine. Suggest on your exhalation for any tight areas to just release and relax. And come back to center. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Relax there for a moment. And we're going to go into box pose. So with both knees bent and feet on the floor, keep your hips squared and lift your right leg up and place the outer right ankle just below the left knee and on the femur bone just below the left knee. Now lift your left leg off the floor, interlock your fingers behind your left thigh, then relax the left knee and ankle. Using your hands, pull the left knee into your chest, and using your right elbow, push the right knee away from your chest. And this is a hip opener. Hold your body there with your actions and allow the body to respond in an action of relaxation. Relaxing and opening muscular structures of the hip joint as well as the legs. Good, and release, please. Release your legs, square your hips, and then making your way to the other side. Bend your left knee, place the left outer ankle just below the right knee on the femur bone, on the top of the thigh. And lifting the right leg up, interlock your fingers behind the right thigh. Relax the right knee and ankle, and pull the right knee into your chest. Keeping the right knee where it is, use your left elbow and push the left thigh and knee away from your chest. This will open the outer line of your hip joint. Keep the right knee moving in, left knee moving out, and then holding your body with your actions suggests for any tight areas to relax. Good, and release your legs. Keep your knees bent, feet on the floor. And roll over to your side, please. Come up to a seated posture. Come to Dandasana. Let me show you sideways.
So with your legs straight forward, move the flesh from under your buttocks. Bring your feet together. Place your hands next to your hips and lift your sternum up. Take your shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down, bring your elbows towards your torso and towards each other, and use your hands to keep your sternum lifting. Flex your feet and activate your thighs. Spread your toes apart. Push out from your big toe mounds. Lengthen the inner line of your legs. Stay there, please, looking at your big toe. Keep everything as it is. Bring your hands to Namaste. Lift your sternum up. Sorry, let me check. Okay, yeah. Lift your sternum up. And then interlock your fingers, straighten your arms in front. Take your hands above your head. Energize your arms to lengthen the spine. Activate your feet and your thighs to open the back of the legs. We're going into a forward fold. And inhale, release the interlock. Point your fingers up and look up. As you exhale, bring your torso towards your legs. Don't release your hands first. Keep looking in between your hands. Bring the torso down as much as you can. Once you can't go any lower, then release your hands to wherever is comfortable for you. It could be your shins, it could be the feet, or you may even need to use a belt if your hamstrings and hips are a little tighter. It's better to use the belt. Now, in the half position, holding your legs, pull with your hands and lift your sternum up towards your chin. Lengthen the spine, and this will open the hip joint and activate the muscles in the back body. Lengthen. And then you can stay here in the half position, especially if your hamstrings are tight, or your hips are tight, or you have low back pain or problems. Then it's better to just stay in the half position, lengthening the spine. I'm doing it a little lower. You can also just do it like here, okay? Lengthen like that. My hips are a little more open, so I'm going to do it a little lower. Lengthen, look at your big toes. Those of you moving towards the full position, on your inhale, lengthen the sternum forward. Exhale, bend your elbows to the side, relax the hip joint. Now don't lift your torso up. From here, once again, lengthen the sternum forward. Exhale, bend the elbows even more, relax the hip joint. One more time, inhale, lengthen the sternum forward, look at your big toes. Exhale, keep looking at the big toes, elbows out to the side, and relax the hip joint. Bring your abdomen and chest towards or on your legs. And then finally, just release your head to wherever it reaches comfortably. You may not be all the way down, just wherever is comfortable for you. Just don't push down. Don't push your chest down. Lengthen the sternum towards your chin. Relax the hip joint to bring your torso, not even bring, to relax the torso down. And then stay there, please. Inhale, come to the half position. Exhale, interlock your fingers, straighten your arms. Inhale, hands above your head. Lengthen the spine. Activate your legs again. Exhale, release your hands next to your hips. Now we're going to do pretty much the same posture, but the angle of the legs are slightly different. I'm going to take the legs, straight legs apart. And you can use your hands to move the legs apart a bit. And go a little bit to the side so you can see it. I like to use both my hands on one thigh, so the left thigh, and do an internal rotation of the leg, upper thigh. Then do the same thing for the other leg.
use both hands, lift the hip up slightly, do an internal rotation, and then bring your hands next to your hips. Look at your feet. Your toes should be pointing straight up, not playing out like that, but pointing straight up, and your knees should be pointing straight up as well. Activate your thighs. And like you did in Dandasana, with your legs straight forward, flex your feet, push out from the big toe mount, and lengthen the inner heel away from the ankle joint. Lengthen the inner line of your legs. Bring the little toes in, and pushing down on your, relaxing actually, the sit bones down. Lift your sternum up. Use your hands to help you keep the spine lengthening. So a lot of you will just stay here, okay? Especially if your hamstrings are tight, you're not able to relax in this posture, it's challenging enough as it is, then it means your hips and hamstrings have to open more before you attempt to go down. If you've been practicing for longer and your legs and hips are more open, then I'm going to go to the next stage. You can do that with me. Be careful not to push too much. This is a forward fold, but it's not for everyone. Only if you're more open, then bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up, exhale, interlock your fingers, straighten your arms. Inhale, take your hands above your head, lengthen just like you did in the forward fold earlier. Then release the interlock, point your fingers up, look up, bring your torso down first, keep lengthening the front of the spine. Don't release your hands yet. Bring the torso down as much as you can. Once you've gone as much as you can, then hold your feet. You can hold the big toes, or you can hold the outer edges of your feet, depending on how open you are. And then here, relax first. Don't be in a hurry. And lengthen the sternum forward, and that will open the hip joint and the back of your legs. You'll feel it there. Relax your shoulders. Stay here. Now, if you're going to the full position, similar to what we just did in the previous posture, you're going to inhale, lengthen the sternum forward to open the hip joints and the back of the legs. Exhale and bend your elbows out to the side. Relax the hip joint and drop your abdomen down slightly, not the chest. From there again, lengthen the sternum forward to open the hips more, and then bend the elbows to open the hip joint and bring the torso down more. One more time, inhale, lengthen the sternum forward, open the hip joint, exhale and relax the hips, and maybe you go down more. And then finally lengthen the sternum forward and relax the back of your legs and your hip joint. Stay there. Relax your shoulders, up your back, shoulder blades up your back. Inhale, come to the half position, and then come all the way up. Interlock your fingers, straighten your arms above your head. Exhale, release your hands, and bring your legs together. We're going into Baddha Konasana, so join the soles of your feet. Your knees will go out to the side, and pull your feet towards your hips. I like to place my hands next to my hips and lift the hips and move them up closer towards my heels. And then staying there, relax your groins, move the knees up and down, just relax the groins a bit. And placing your hands next to your hips, inhale, lift your sternum up and keep the sternum up to open the hip joint. Use your hands to help you with that. And then press the center of your heels, the outer edges of your feet, and move the big toes and big toe mounds away from each other to bring your knees towards the floor. It's a coordinated action. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, use the feet to bring the knees down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, use the feet to bring the action of the feet to bring the knees down. Now, of course, your hips have to be open for you to have the knees close to the floor. If that's not the reality, which in most cases it isn't, then it's better to just stay here
working on this stage of the posture, which is using your wrists to lift the sternum up and open the hip joint, and using your feet, pressing the center of the heels and the outer edges of the feet, move the big toes and big toe mounds away from each other, and bring the knees towards the floor. Okay, so just work here in this stage. Some of you may have practiced for a longer time, and maybe your groins are more open, in which case, keep your legs as it is. Bring your hands to your feet, lift your sternum up, press down with your elbows, and stay here. Now inhale, bring your hands to Namaste. Lift your sternum up, exhale, interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, and take your hands above your head. Lengthen the spine here again, lean back slightly. And please don't fold forward if your knees are all the way up, because the hips have to open first before you can fold forward. You can end up, taking it into your back in a not so good way. So make sure only if you're open that you attempt folding forward. Release the interlock, point your fingers up, look up. Relax the torso, bring your hands to the floor. Now here, again, to open the hip joint, we have to lengthen the sternum forward. Pull the floor with your hands, lengthen the sternum forward, and this will begin to open the groins. Give it a moment for the groins to relax in response to that action. And then if you're going lower, exhale, relax the hip joint, don't drop the sternum, and bring your elbows to the floor. And then stay here, pushing down on the elbows, lengthen the sternum forward. The sternum is always lengthening forward to open the hip joint. And then this could be challenging enough for most of you. It certainly is challenging for me too here. And let it open the groins. If you're completely relaxed here and you think that there's more room to go forward, then walk your hands forward. Inhale, pull the floor, lengthen the sternum forward. Exhale, walk your fingers forward and release your abdomen towards your heels. Inhale, pull, look forward. Exhale, relax and release your head. And stay there, please. And inhale, come up. Interlock your fingers in front. Take your hands above your head. Lengthen the spine. Exhale and release your hands. Bring your knees together. I like to put my hands around my knees and just tap the knees towards each other a few times to relax the groins. Okay. And let's see, final posture. If you have a wall that you can use, or like these doors, what I'm going to use, go towards them, sit sideways with the hips, right hip and knee touching, and then take your legs up the wall. Use your elbows to bring your hips towards the wall, let them touch if possible, and tuck your shoulders under, flex your feet, activate your thighs, point your tailbone down to activate. This is like Dandasana, which we did seated, but this is an inversion. So you will get the benefits of an inversion here. Stay there, first activating the feet and the thighs. And then relax your actions. Just rest there. Soften your throat. Release the skin on your face. And soften your eyes.
Good. And bend your knees, roll over to your side gently, come up and lie down in Shavasana, please. Final resting posture. Tuck your tailbone, lengthen the low back, tuck your shoulders under, long back of head, palm facing up. Let go of your actions, your effort, and your thoughts from the practice. Just relax your entire skeletal body into the earth. Connect with the sensation of being held, supported, and embraced by the earth. And ground your emotions in the qualities of safety, security, and trust. Okay, and then take a deeper inhalation. Exhalation, move your fingers and toes. Give yourself an overhead stretch with your arms. Stretch your legs, flex your feet to open the low back. Bend your knees, roll over to your side, and make your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Namaste. Thank you very much. See you next time. I'm here every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. and hopefully see you soon in person. Thank you.